Hey, this is Doug with B&H, and today we have our hands on the Synology DiskStation DS1621 Plus NAS enclosure. The DS1621 Plus features 6 drive bays, 2 M.2 slots, a quad-core AMD Ryzen processor, 4 GB of RAM, and 4 gigabit Ethernet ports. If that's not enough, it's also possible to expand the DS1621 Plus to 16 bays with 2 DX517 expansion units and add 10 gigabit Ethernet for faster throughput. The DS1621 Plus is already a capable NAS solution out of the box, but with these additional expansions, you will have room to scale up the capabilities of your NAS system to meet your needs. We wanted to replicate a typical scenario for a small production team for our test. Our team has 2 editors working on different videos for the same client. Our editors will access footage stored on the NAS simultaneously, and when done, they'll export their video to a folder that will be accessible to the client. Synology's online tool makes it super easy to begin the setup process of your DS1621 Plus. Go to find.synology.com, and as the URL implies, it will automatically find your NAS. It will provide instructions for installing the NAS device's operating system and creates an administrative account. It will also prompt you to install Quick Connect, which enables users to access the back end of your NAS from just about anywhere. For people who do not want their NAS connected to the internet, Synology also provides a utility to set up the NAS offline. One of the most important features of any NAS system is its backend system. The backend is where you can choose a RAID configuration, monitor settings, grant read and write privileges to different users, and share files with clients. Synology calls their backend DiskStation Manager, or DSM for short. First, we're going to create user profiles. The profiles will allow all team members to log into the drives and access the assets they need. Now that we've done that, we can create folders for content and designate who has access to which folders. Personally, I prefer Windows computers, so I'll be editing from this workstation here in the studio, but Jake prefers to use his Apple MacBook. The great thing about a NAS is that they can simultaneously work with computers running both Windows and Mac OS. You can even access files on the NAS through apps on iOS and Android devices if you ever need to review some footage on the go. The DS1621 Plus can run these apps and juggle multiple operating systems because it has its own quad-core CPU and RAM to manage sending and receiving data from multiple devices. In this project, we have 4K and 8K H.265 encoded video, and as you can see here, I can edit this video flawlessly while accessing this drive over the network. This is possible because of the RAID configuration and the gigabit Ethernet connection. However, a single gigabit connection can only go so far. In our studio, where we work with 4K and very high bitrate video, we will run into a bottleneck once multiple people need to access video files at the same time. Fortunately, the DS1621 Plus can bond multiple Ethernet ports. This will enable up to 4 devices to access data on the NAS at the full gigabit bandwidth. If we need more speed in the future, we can purchase the optional 10 gigabit Ethernet SFP card to increase the network bandwidth even further. Now, it turns out that our client forgot to include some assets that are crucial to the video. Luckily, the share folder can also enable the client to deliver content to us, and I can grant the client access to upload files directly to our drive. Keep in mind that you will be limited by internet speeds. Thus, it is not the most efficient delivery method if your plan is to send terabytes of raw footage, but it does work great for data transfers up to a couple of gigabytes. For people who are concerned about privacy, the Synology provides tools to ensure data security. First, the DS1621 Plus does not need to connect to the internet. It is capable of being operated on a local area network, meaning that only devices connected to that network will have access to the files on the drive. When connected to the internet, you can control which folders have external access outside of the LAN, lock share folder access to people with earmarked email addresses, lock access behind passwords, require 2-factor authentication to make changes, and more. NAS devices have been used by IT and security professionals for years because they help businesses manage, share, and secure their data. But not all NAS devices meet the needs of creative professionals. The DS1621 Plus is powerful enough to handle needs of photo and video professionals who may be working with compressed or raw file types, flexible enough to work with any device, whether it's a computer, tablet, or smartphone, secure enough to protect embargoed or otherwise sensitive projects, and scalable enough to grow with the needs of an expanding business. So, are you looking to upgrade your hard drive to a NAS system? Let us know what you think of the Synology DS1621 Plus disk station in the comments below. I'm Doug with B&H, and I'll see you next time.